between University of Hawaii and UVic. Uh, just so you guys know, we are playing the sets in reverse order today due to time constraints. UVic is known as the Chihuahua of the CSL. Really loud bark, no bite, usually, unless your entire team is missing for the match, which might seem to be the case today. But anyway, we have Dante choosing to random on Daybreak. Pretty good map for random. Looks like he gets Terran, which is, I think, his strongest race against the Grack. Obviously, you know, the Grack and meme in the StarCraft community. But anyway, yeah, Daybreak's a really good map for random because it kind of centers around race-based matchups, and if you don't know what your opponent's race is, it's kind of difficult to decide, more so on this map than any other map, because there's so many like timing pushes and little shenanigans that you can pull. But anyway, looks like both players are playing pretty standard so far. Got that probably gonna see a 14 hatch from either a 14 hatch or a 15 hatch from Grack. And Dante is just doing the whole wall off at my ramp thingamajig, which is pretty normal, pretty safe. Sometimes we see Terrans, choose not to wall off at their ramp. That's just a thing of convenience, but it never hurts to be extra safe. Especially, if you're watching Day 9, he tells you to try and get away with things, but, it never hurts to be just a little bit safer, because you never know. Dante going down, Dante dropping a barracks on 12. Looks like it is going to be a 14 hatch for the Grack. No, yes, it will be, I believe. Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, it looks like it's going to be 15 hatch, yeah. So I think that's something coming into play. He doesn't know what his opponent is, so he's going to go and drop down that 15 hatch, which, it isn't too bad against Terran. It kind of puts you a little bit behind, especially if he decides to do a timing push, but it's not too bad. And in ZvZ, 15 hatch isn't that bad either, so Dante just finished his gas. A very standard gas orbital opening. We might see him go into Banshees. He really likes Banshees. Dante plays this really aggressive style. Spawning pool going down for Grack. So he's actually going really economic. He's making an extractor. Probably gonna get it for probably some kind of either late speed upgrade or for a Roach Warren. Because he doesn't know what his opponent is yet, but I think he saw that SCV scouting. I'm not too sure, but he will figure out that his opponent is Terran anytime soon now. Dante just, going and morphing that orbital, making a supply depot early, which is pretty interesting. I think that supply depot is actually a little bit late, or maybe I'm just really bad on my own timings, because usually when you finish the supply depot, you'll have just enough gas to make a factory, and you see Dante is making that factory, even though it is a little bit late. As you can see, that he does have about 50 extra gas. Looks like he's making a bunker, and he gets to drop it down right before the hatchery finishes. That's actually really nice. Although Grack is pulling a lot of drones, he should be able to hold off that bunker pressure fairly easily. And he's going to go he's just going to use a single, maybe 2-3 drones to try and attack that SCV. So just a little bit of a nuisance. I think it would have been far more effective if he had a Reaper coming out, but he does have 2 Marines coming and that bunker is cancelled. So it looks like this is actually going to be really ineffective because there are 4 Zerglings. I think Dante should actually pull back right now. Reactor is almost finished for the barracks, so it's going to be a Hellion expand. Dante's actually playing really sloppily. He's got like 400 minerals, and that's enough for command center. He should be dropping that command center down already. It's not even swapping. It looks like he's just microing a lost cause. I'm not really liking the look of this at all. It looks pretty bad, not gonna lie. Yeah, there goes the command center being dropped down. So I think this is actually probably the worst I've ever seen him play. Yeah, so Grack is actually really far ahead, even though the worker counts may not reveal so, because Dante lost a bunch from the bunker, the 75 minerals. He only got back. He dropped the command center on 600 minerals, which is also really bad. And I think the only thing saving him right now is that Grack only has 6 lings out and is now just throwing down his spine crawler. To be perfectly honest though, if he had his Hellions come out earlier, or actually on time, he would have been able to do a lot of damage with these Hellions because Grack is playing a little bit greedy, and so you see that those Lings do have speed now. And I think, you know, Dante needs to get a lot of drone kills right here because he's not gonna, these Hellions aren't gonna live. Yep, the Lings are coming back now, and oh man, Grack's not even microing his drones. Here come the Hellions. Spine Crawler comes up, and will he get one more shot off on that drone line? No, he's just gonna try and micro against the Lings, and it looks like he's just gonna let the Hellion just kind of die to the plane. So that wasn't too bad, but still, Dante's definitely behind. He did kill 4 workers, but still, he lost both of those Hellions, and he is behind. But it looks like I totally missed him running more Hellions in, but he lost those Hellions too. Grack's just making, oh man, Dante's losing Hellions left and right. Dante's falling so far behind, and he's morphing in the orbital. He made another command center, okay. So, looks like he's gonna go triple orbital. Pretty interesting, usually you see that in PvP. But yeah, Grack is just now taking to, well, he's about halfway to lair. And I expect we'll see a Spire come down. Yeah, there's a Baneling nest going up, so we should definitely see a Spire going down as soon as that lair finishes. And looks like he's gonna go and take a third. Dante's really far behind here, and yeah, he's not playing well at all, not gonna lie. Lings are going around and probably gonna see what's going on in the natural. Dante just gets his orbital down there. Looks like Lings are going. Hellions are out on the other side of the map, but Grack decides to pull back, probably feeling that his lead is sufficient enough just to play it safe. Yeah, so Dante's gonna move around those Hellions, but if he's not careful, he's gonna lose those to the Speedlings, because regular Hellions, not so bueno against Speedlings, especially in the open area. Dante still hasn't even worker transferred. Now he's just worker transferring. Actually kind of bad. So it looks like he's just using the orbital pump out extra SMG, which, you know, isn't too bad at all, considering that he's super far behind. And a Banshee coming out. Like I kind of predicted earlier, Banshee is out for Dante. Really, really late though. I don't think it's going to do much of anything. Spire, like I predicted as well, is being thrown down, and we'll be seeing about 9 Mutalisks pop, unless Grack uses all of his... Yeah, well, he doesn't have a lot of gas. Looks like he's starting to mine gas late, so we should probably see about 5 Mutalisks pop. And it looks like the Hellions are under a lot of fire, and they are actually being able to... they are lifting all these Zerglings, which is actually pretty nice, because he managed to fight for them. I guess it was really a bad engagement by the Zerglings. If you can surround those Hellions, they're dead to rights, but looks like Dante had the hot hand on that. And so it looks like Grack's decided to take a third elsewhere, because this third is definitely going to fall. And a minor victory for Dante. Kind of gets him back into this game, but he is still behind. Those Mutalisks are going to deal quite a number on him, and I'm going to switch to the production tab real fast. Only 4 Mutalisks coming out right now, so not too bad. Dante does have a throw up. It's actually pretty nice. His worker distribution is kind of unbalanced. He doesn't really have anything at the natural, and his energy is quite high on his orbitals. But yeah, Dante dropping down some barracks, and you know, I think he should actually go out and try and take a third, like just move his orbital over. But I think he's just waiting for the engineering bay. Grack's rebuilding that destroyed third, so it looks like he's going to be on 4 bases soon. And Dante's just going to turtle up. You know, I don't know. I think Dante's actually like too far behind, but his turtle strategy might work. He's actually playing really well, catching back up in workers, so it's not actually too bad. I think what really helped out was that Grack made a lot of Zerglings and lost a lot of Zerglings, so that actually kind of evened it up. Yeah, Dante has like 46 units killed. Pretty nice. And the Thor's managing to, you know, say, hey Mutalisks, you guys are pretty nasty fellows, just back off. And the Mutalisks are like, alright, you got us. And Dante building a bunch of turrets. Yeah, so that's pretty good. Has a turret in the natural as well. But you know, he's gonna be super far behind if he doesn't either put some pressure on the Grack man or take a third. So, I mean, there's like 2 forms of pressure, right? You can either put pressure with units, or you can put pressure by taking another base. And Grack is taking lots of bases. And Dante is moving out now, so it looks like he's going to try and do some kind of pressure. Pretty good. His army is kind of a lot smaller in terms of just pure units, but he does have 2 Thors. It's kind of interesting. he doesn't... Oh, okay, looks like he's just moving out to secure that third. Actually, really smart play by Dante. Actually, yeah. Pretty good play. Very nice, very nice. He just doesn't have siege build research. It's just now being started, but yeah, I think those tanks would probably scare him off. Scare the Grack off. Grack's, you know, pumping out roaches and banelings now. Pretty smart, actually, considering that Dante's expecting him to make a lot of mutas, but it's only going to be 4 mutas that are flying around, so really nice by Dante. Really really nice by Grack. Really smart on his part. Dante's just kind of going for a mech play right now. Turrets up everywhere, so you see Dante made 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 turrets to hold off 4 mutalisks, so pretty good for Grack, pretty good trade. And meanwhile, he's just massing roaches and getting banelings, which is pretty nice. And I don't know if Dante's actually aware of that, but he is pumping out a lot more tanks, which is actually